What's good, you guys? BigFish FX. Here to break down some stuff in regards to GBPUSD and what I'm seeing and what I'm actually analyzing. First and foremost, overall move, we're looking at a buy for the overall move based on the weekly time frame. Reason being, trend line crossover. We're looking at a buy because it crossed over the trend line. Now, once it crosses, let's put something here. Once it completely crosses this zone right here, then we're all good for the next zone, right? And this is around what? That's a lot of pips. So this is going to be months from now, probably a year from now. But yeah, so let's mark this up real quick. Let's do like right here. Nice little markup, right? So all we're going to focus on right now is this little section. All the other stuff can wait until the future, because either this is going to break and cross this weekly zone, or it's going to break and cross this weekly zone and shoot up. Our whole thing is we don't predict the market. We respond to it. See, right now it is a crossover. If it breaks the previous high here, then we can push up. I would wait until it break here, and we could push up for a solid 700 pips, right? This is our playground right here. And even if it breaks through this high, then we're going up even higher, right? So now let's break this down for this week and the upcoming week. If we go down to the daily chart, what we're seeing is a nice little a shooting star, or is it a morning star? One of them. And the body of this candle completely took over. Even if you look at the weekly, you'll see it formed a doji last week. So the market has been going up for some time, and it needs some relief. So I'm thinking it's going to do a retest and shoot back up. Now, if we put the doji on it, the doji is signaling this area for a retest around the 38, but sometimes around the 23 as a continuation retest. It can bounce off the 23 and shoot back up, or it can bounce off the 38 and shoot back up. I don't think it's going to go too deep down. It might do a 50 or 61, but I'm thinking more on the lines of 23 and 38 or 38. But this doji is a very strong doji, as it's on the weekly time frame. If this candlestick by the end of this week, if it closes below the bottom of the doji, we can expect this real solid push next week, this real solid bearish trend next week, right? So right now what we're going to do, we see the doji 1 2 3. We see the doji lower. This was a lower high that was created. This looks like a head and shoulders on a lower time frame. So if we go down to the daily, you see it's been struggling. Doji. It's been struggling. It's been struggling here. Momentum is dying. It's been going up for so long. It's starting to retest. It needs some relief before it shoots back up, right? So it can shoot down to this zone. This is the 50 or the 38, the tip of that zone. Let's see what else. Yep. So now if you look at this, you see this is a strong zone around here. Strong zone, strong zone, strong zone, strong zone. Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look at all these touches, or all of these wanting to touch. It's so magnetic. You feel me? So now this actual zone, it aligns with this 38. So that's confluence. So I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. It's gonna shoot down all the way down here before it shoots back up. Right? That's the daily. If we go down to the 4, we see the head and shoulders that formed. We see it. Shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. As you can see, many dojis up here, and the reversal. So now what we're gonna do, we're actually waiting for it to break the neckline. Once it breaks the neckline, we can put in our trade. You could put your trade right here for more aggressive trade. For conservative traders, you probably put your trade in. You probably put your trade in around the 23.6 zone, because that's where it's gonna start to retest and do all this crazy stuff. And then you can take this trade all the way down, looking at a solid 50 to it's guaranteed 50 pips, but a solid 100 or more pips before it retests. Right? So it may cross over, it may cross over. It's going to touch the other MA. So our whole thing is we're just waiting, right? So for this week, as you can see right now, this MA right here is being tested. If all 3 MAs cross, it is going to shoot down. You don't even need the MA to see that. You don't need it. Clean chart, head and shoulders. Let me show you how many confluences we have here. Let me show you how many confluences. Trend line crossover, confluence 1. Right? Head and shoulders, confluence 2. Then you have a confluence here, failed to cross the previous high. That's confluence 3. And it retests on the previous low, confluence 4. Right? That's not the only thing. 4 hour daily. Daily, we have this right here. Nice little push down. They try to go up, got shot down. This candle took out both of these candles' bodies. That's confluence 5. We have 5 confluences lined up. Not only that, fib, this will be a confluence 6 around this if it drop around this zone. So we have 5 confluences. Not only that, what else we have? The weekly doji is also a confluence. Quarter point. The previous quarter point that was crossed is a 1.30 thousand here. Once it crossed this, that's a solid confluence as well. Solid confluence. And that's going to be considered the neckline. Once it crosses this neckline, solid confluence. We are in there. trend line, neckline, already retested. Could have already went in and entered this trade. Put your stop loss up here. But now, if I was you, I'll wait for it to break, and then I'll put my stop loss up there somewhere after it breaks. But my bias is GBPUSD for this week will be going down. How far down? We don't know yet. We don't predict, we respond. But it'll go down, and once it goes down, it will test, and the overall move is the weekly. Is a bullish move. So it might retest. It might do something like this. 2 weeks of going down, and a retest for the pull up. So that's the analysis, y'all. Big fish, big fish. Y'all make this money. GBPUSD markup breakdown, chart breakdown. If y'all need help with forex, if you need assistance with your markups and assistance with trading period, the link in the description box will take you to a one-on-one coaching session with me. Or you can sign up for a class where I break down everything. Course is coming out soon. Big fish, big fish, big fish. Let's get it.